Hello, everyone, back again with YT Movies. Today I have brought a 2014 romantic drama film named Black Panther. Before we get into the storyline, don't forget to like and subscribe to get more movie recaps like this, and have a great day. The movie begins with a woman named Emilie. Since childhood, Emilie has had a close relationship with her brother, but in recent years they have been separated by distance, and they are busy looking for a new life in order to survive, especially since their parents died until one day, Emilie returned to her hometown in Switzerland with her husband, whose name is Andreas. They both went to the house left by his parents. There are many memories in the. Later they think of selling Emilie's father's house because their department business was about to lose, so they want to get money by selling the house and restoring the running of the company later. When they both are looking for the house, Emilie's brother returned to her, named Jacob. Emilie was so happy to see her brother after long years. In happiness, Emilie also told Jacob that he grew taller than me. Later at night, Jacob came again to see Emilie. She feels that is why he came to see her in the middle of the night. The next day, Emilie and Andreas tried their best to get in contact with Perriard to sell the house, but they both are new to the place so they can't get in touch with buyers. One day Andreas returned to his city for a week to meet a client who deals with company problems, where Emilie was staying alone in her father's home. Emilie saw Jacob that he getting fresh air and outside without any worries. Jacob's life may be more stable than Emilie, and he is a professional skateboarder who has traveled to several seas. That afternoon, Jacob went to the market and there he saw a newspaper in which it mentioned that a few days ago in their small town there was a black panther, which is very dangerous. One was hiding in someone's backyard. So the local government asked people to be careful, especially at nightfall, while Andreas, who was going to meet a client, met Jacob on the way. He asked Joko to support and take care of Emilie while he was, but Jacob looked quite indifferent and cold, which makes Andreas get irritated. Later, Jacob returned home. Meanwhile, Emilie was throwing things which was not useful for anything. Jacob came and talked with Emilie while their conversation starts. He told Emilie that he knew about Emilie and Andrea's department problem and the planning for the sale of the house, which is also shared by Jacob. Jacob also feels that Emilie has changed and barely recognizes her brother, but Emilie denies this and told that she can't forget her. But after all, Jack and Emilie also don't want a dispute between them. Later, Jacob gives a newspaper that has information about the presence of a panther around them, because he just wants Emilie to be careful not to take this as a joke. That night when Emilie was going to sleep, she felt alone when Andreas was not near her in the morning. Jacob comes home trying to make a meal and feels bored. Later, he finds his father's old motorbike, but it looks, so he fixes his bike and takes Emilie for a walk. They both were very happy together in the beautiful and charming scenery that day. Jacob shared his feelings for Emilie by telling them that he missed her for a while, and he also told that he was happy now to be with her. Emilie told him that they were both together with their parents in their childhood times, and she also told him that she wished to happen again, even though she have a boyfriend and even Jacob was her brother. Emilie imagines that she and Jacob will live together like a lover. Later, they both spend time together in the forest while reminiscing about their childhood time, but suddenly quite aware of some group of men appeared to be shouting because they wanted to find the existence of the panther. Of course, they wanted to catch it and return it to its habitat, but the existence of the panther around did not make them flinch. Later, Emilie feels to go home because it was getting dark. After returning home, Emilie changed her dress, but behind that, this time Emilie saw Jacob and started to feel something unusual. Later, they both get into love, which was cut off a few years ago. The night turns out to be more passionate. Love both of them. They both started to be together everywhere because they feels that they can't leave each other. They felt the world belongs to the two of them. Even when Andreas calls her, Emilie did not respond to him. When Emilie and Jacob returned to their home after some days, there was a man who intended to buy their house, but Emilie surprisingly wanted to delay the sale of their house. She asked the man to call her husband first, and the man then tried to contact Andreas. At that time, Jacob began to realize one thing. He felt that he was only being used by Emilie, so Jacob wanted to put down the house sales letter by signing it. Even though Emilie had explained a lot, Jacob was still annoyed. He then left Emilie, who had been crying because of the argument between them. Emilie was afraid and even regretted doing all. To be honest, she has no intention of selling the house, but because of Andreas who needs funds, she accepts to sell the house. In the morning, Andreas wakes Emilie saying that someone wants to buy their house, so Emilie had to get ready to leave the house and still had a few things to pack until noon later when they are about to leave. Suddenly, Emilie said that she would not sign the letter. For some reason, it was clear Emilie cares for Jacob, so she wanna leave Andreas and wanna join them. That it did not matter to her what the circumstances saw and know about Jacob and Emilie's relationship. Andrea realized that Emilie had an unusual relationship with Jacob, but he still decided to be with Emilie, and while on the way to meet prospective buyers, Andreas rest motorbike and went for some work at that time. Emilie think heart and sign in the document, which it means to sail the, and kept the document in the car before she leaves. When Andreas returned the car, he saw the documents which Emilie signed and left there. He knows that Emilie will not be separated from her brother because it's a special and forbidden relationship. Their mood is strong and inseparable even though their parents' house is already sold. But as long as they are together, they will still find a way for them by being together, and the movie ends. If you like the story, then do watch the full film. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Kindly like the video and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. See you in the next video.